to the stage, right? We got an artist coming straight from the ATL who's been doing this thing out in New York. He straight up booked his own tour, just came off that tour, and he's also this year's 2021 up next. I need everybody to make some noise for Cellus Hamilton.
NYC, what's going on? Dedicate every single bruise, dedicate every single scar, dedicate every single wound, dedicate every single thing that made me the man that I am right now. Hands up, NY, hands up, yeah. Right now, listen, I remember I used to just wanna get high. I remember I used to just wanna get by. I remember I used to just wanna get fly. Hit the mall, look for shorties, mackerel 2 at a time. I remember when I used to brag in my rhymes. Every song I wrote would say how I'm ahead of my time. I don't rap like that no more. No more, Every time I got in fights, every time I went broke, every time I skipped church, every time I touched dope, every time I left the city, every time I dashed a gun. And why, how y'all feeling out there? And thought that I was on. My family full of addicts. Some do acrobatics, some do magic, some do mathematics, some get heat and package, some is ratchet. Live at the club, some live at the basketball court. Ain't into sports, some prefer the action of the streets. We diverse, we all God's children. Black and white suits, yeah, we all got pilgrim. Air Force Ones, the hood was civilians. Millions of dollars they done stole from the children. What you know about why kings with crowns? Wings get bound, season changing, leaves come down. Grace abounds, faces frown, my place is found up amongst the dealers where the cane is found. Shum where the lingo is my single now. Hot summers where my sisters lead their hair, leave out. And the block is the spot we raising our children. Jesus lifting his communion. Hands up, yeah. Right now, right now. And why? Right now, listen. See, I remember I used to just wanna get high. I remember I used to just wanna get by. I remember I used to just wanna get fly. Hit the mall, look for shorties, mackerel 2 at a time. I remember when I used to brag in my rhymes. Every song I wrote would say how I'm ahead of my time. I don't rap like that no more. No more, no more, no more. Every time I got in fights, every time I went broke, every time I skipped church, every time I touched dope, every time I left the city, every time I dashed the gun, every time I met celebrities and thought that I was on. Yeah. So NYC, so I can rap a little bit. So can I do that for y'all tonight? The earth trembles at 3 things. Every time a servant becomes king. Every time a woman becomes loved and marries the man of her dreams. And every time you see a fool who can't stop when he eat. I studied the words of Agar. I think of emotions as past was. Keeping faith is harder than asphalt. Grateful he don't look at my past faults. I was like 27 when I finally saw that cross was covered in blood. His body was gone. They buried in tomb. They thought he was gone. Rose like the sun. It's sad that plenty who here would rather have tears than to lift their eyes and see that they tears is gone. The conquering in Babylon foreshadowed them spat upon. Prophets went quiet, then John the Baptist was ratted on. As a black man, I believe Jesus is God. Though was innocent, the mob still they hung him like how y'all did the father in front of his kids. I think it's crazy knowing God really knows how it is, and still he loves. So if all the rappers wanna do is hate on me, I'ma follow God's example, let me die showing love. I love my homies in the hood cause they really love God. Y'all talk about love, my brothers really risk their lives. Understand the gospel better than church folk. We on every block, we just like the church folk. Killer communion, filling with fluid, feeling boosted. Wipe me down in the pool. Got my robe out the dry cleaners, the quietest music. Wanna live my life, lifeless styles, but I was healed by his stripes. Now I once was blind, now I see. Once was slave, now I'm free. Now I'm found, say it on stage, I ain't scared of the crowd. The way of an eagle in the sky, the way of a snake on the rock, way of a ship out at sea, the way that my wife looks at me. We married so it's never PG, I keep it so G. I love the way she makes me like Christ. She loves the way I rap and spit nice. Sometimes I really think the only way we'd ever get divorced is just so I could marry her twice. Cause marriage real life, I promised I would even give my life the same way Jesus really gave his life to really give us life. On Good Friday we really sad, celebrating at the same time. Complicated fight, that's really the way it had to be. My debt was high, I couldn't pay the fee, so Jesus paid for me. And everybody listening to this song, he loves you and extends his open arms. Good Friday. y'all something right now. If you represent Jesus, this your anthem right here. Hands up. I don't know about the method, but all I know they gon' kill me, I represent. These is parables telling you how it is. Sacrificing my every comfort to give. Malcolm Martin, Jesus was murdered for doing this. Live your life for others and giving up for the poor. Speaking for the voices and reconciling the wrong. Fight against the darkness and making sure it's exposed. And why? A bullet just sound, my stomach just turned, I'm moving around. Side of the town where it's hip and cool to be down. Not running away from the fight, these homies is brave. Not braver than me, cause my life too precious for grave. But the one who rose from the grave has commissioned me. Studied his words, picked up his empathy. So I see the hood differently, so why would I move from it? Just like the dancers on TV stole all the moves from me. Back to my sermon about life, though it's really about death. I live to make the world better and doubt in my flesh. I live to overcome the evil and stomp on his head. And in the process,
kill these rappers in every breath.
But when the music stops, the realest ones done standing. I will never bow. They gon' aim to give legs in my head damage. I'ma live like Jesus till the day I die. I never die, so you might as well take my life in the presence of witnesses. Grateful to witness this modern day ministry. Jesus versus nemesis. Peter versus crucifixion and the farther I get from evil, nearer the evil come. Hands up. Yeah, I represent. These is parables telling you how it is. Sacrificing my every comfort to give. Malcolm Martin, Jesus was murdered for doing this. Live your life for others and giving up for the poor. Speaking for the voices and reconciling the wrong. Fight against the darkness, making sure it's exposed. Tell me to stop, never, my life was never my own. And I appreciate y'all.